Let's go.
You can sort out those blockages with stents and things that are a lot less invasive. So he finds out that he's got these blockages. They're like, we got to do this like tomorrow.
Yeah.
You shouldn't, like, we don't know how you walked in here, dude. This is crazy. So he was, of course, saying to our family, he was like, you guys are busy. I don't want you guys to have to like come in here. Like you and Austin are busy. Like, you don't have to do this.
The,
like,
the
don't
brave
come.
dad, the strong dad, that's right.
He said something about like when a cat is injured, it curls up around a tree and heals itself. I was like, Dad, cats don't have quintuple bypass surgery.
He tried to relate.
You're just saying stuff now. That doesn't mean anything to me. And so I was like, okay, I'm not gonna come there.
Yeah.
All right. Like,
yeah.
So he wakes up from surgery and it's my mom, my brother, and me and his best friend. And he comes out of surgery and he did like a comedy set for like 15 minutes. He was the funniest he's ever been, and he's really funny. But it's like we didn't know how many blockages he had, and I was like, Dad, you had a quintuple bypass. You had 5. It's crazy. It's more than we thought. And he's like, well, you see, I come from a very competitive family. And it was kind of wild because it was very parent-child reversal.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways. Like my brother and my mom and I were each taking shifts in the ICU and staying with them 24/7. And I remember when I was a teenager, my parents would always, the big fight we always had is I'd sneak myself into my room and be talking to my best friend Abigail on the covers all night. And they'd be like, you have a test tomorrow. You need to rest. We're taking your phone, whatever.
Yeah.
I get to the hospital, my brother will have done the night shift. And he's like, hey, you got to take his phone. I caught him FaceTiming his friends all night. He needs his rest. He needs to be sleeping. He's FaceTiming all night.
It's like one of the main things you need is you need that your body to just like
cover.
And I'm like, I'm not taking his phone. He'll get mad. He's like, I'm not taking his phone. You got to be the one to take his phone. I'm like, I'm not doing it. My mom's like, I don't want to do it. So we're just like, it's like we've got we've got to take our teenage son's phone away from him because he's FaceTiming all night. He came out of surgery, tried to give guitar picks to all the nurses and doctors, but he wasn't.
Okay, wait, pause for a second, just for a quick second, because the video is laggy as hell. Hold on. Let me close something. Okay. Okay, continue.
Hospital gown. I'm having these moments where I'm like, this dude built play sets and swing sets and cribs for me. I'm building his shower chair and his walker and his like bed that goes like this. Like it's just surreal, man. And you're like, we just all moved in with him for the whole summer pretty much. And just, because you can't really walk on your own. He had a little harness for my dad. Just like walking dad on his harness. And he was like the loveliest patient ever. He just kept saying thank you over and over again. So
guy was full of life, man.
Yeah.
He was appreciative that he caught it.
He still is.
Yeah. It.
We had the FaceTime with him last time we were together, and I was like, he hasn't changed a bit. This guy's still freaking got the energy going. Yeah.
Yeah. So like Trav was hanging with him the other day and he was like, sweetie, he says he's at 75%. And if this is 75%, I'm truly terrified of that.
To give you the update, I'm probably at 85 to 90% now. So we still got a month though.
Yeah. So my dad's like, new arteries, new me. My mom just got a new knee.
There we go. New knee.
She's doing great. She's scampering around. We're not quite at scampering yet, but she's doing great.
She's moving around.
Yeah, this was just like the summer of my parental upgrades. Like we're just upgrading the parents, making sure that they live to be at least 186 years old.
Huge.
Because they're 2 of my best friends and I just adore them. And it was actually one of the most special things that's ever happened to me, like spending all that time with them this summer and getting to like, you have those long talks that you don't have when it's like a small concentrated period of time. This is when I learned to do the sourdough, right? My parents' friend Tina sends over a local.
Shout out Tina.
That's my girl. Sends over like the best loaf of bread I've ever had in my life. To call it bread feels really, honestly, sort of like
it's gold.
Sort of like minimizing what this was,
it's
right?
Bagel.
So I'm like, I need to know how to do this. I go over to Tina's house. She teaches me how to do it. She gives me some for starter. Life is never the same. All these things are happening in Florida. Travis is doing his training, he's like, you look at him,
Florida.
look at it, look at him. And he's so
That's-
fast, and he can jump so high. So this is our Florida summer.
What it is?
It's a hell of a drug. We
It's one hell of a drug.
really Florida'd it up.
Florida. Yeah, no doubt. All right. How many people have come up to you guys and talking about or spoken about how much they've appreciated you being a part of the Chiefs and like their daughters all of a sudden being in the sports? Because I get it all the time.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how much you guys get it, how much the game has grown.
It definitely feels like a lot of people say that to us, which is really kind because there was never a thought in either of our heads that was going to be.
I had no idea. That was a pleasant surprise. Seeing all the little girls in the stands at games, and you can see a proud father right there standing next to him. It's definitely been fun to see that like surprise.
I think a lot of the women and girls maybe they like watched one game to see me cheer on my boyfriend or whatever, but if they stayed, which is what people are saying based on the numbers, that's because the game is so great and it's such an amazing, interesting thing to learn about.
I will say it was cool to see the comparison of it all because the way she runs her tour, her show, her like team and everything like that is very like team friendly. There are similarities in terms of her athleticism.
Yeah.
What she's doing for 3 hours.
I was screaming for 40 seconds during the intro. I'm out of breath.
That's what I'm saying. But the preparation it takes to get there.
I got a whole regimen for you.
Okay.
We'll get you on the tour prep. It'll be great.
Perfect.
The goals that you set for yourself to achieve, like it's very like there are some similarities that I thought you found like I don't know, like fascinating that you kind of have that same regimen going into stuff, and I thought that was fun for me to at least see when I saw you on tour and saw how much of a team you guys were.
On paper, like we actually kind of have a very similar job. Like our job is to entertain people for 3+ hours in NFL stadiums. And it's like when I'm there, it's called a dressing room. When Travis is there, it's called a locker room. For me, it's called a rehearsal. For him, it's called a practice. For him, it's called his coach. For me, it's my mom. So there will be times for like game versus show, right? I'll be like, baby, how was the show? Game. The practice. Field, stage, they're the same thing. We just call them different things.
Yes, exactly. It was cool to see the comparisons and how kind of, I don't know, both aligned. And how hard she works in the gym. We've been to the gym like numerous times and she works harder than me every time.
That's not true. That's crazy. You can like lift it.
Okay.
He's just talent. He's just saying words.
That's just genetic.
He's just saying words.
That's
one rep. That's one rep. This is what people can forget.
More. That's what I can do more.
Yes.
I've heard about we've talked about the treadmill walk-in while you're doing the whole show and like all of it. We can't walk for 4 hours. When's the last time you walked for 4 hours, Travis?
I've never even tried that. I'm not stupid enough to try something like that. You kidding me? My knees would be shredded.
Oh my God.
So one of the other things that's been crazy to witness is just the media attention, right? Like I think you play in the NFL, you think
on the two of us.
Yes. Okay. The media attention on your guys' relationship, on the amount of people that talk about it constantly, the theories that are out there, of which I am probably way too invested in. How do you guys handle all of the noise and chatter about everything that's going on in both of your lives?
We don't really. I don't see a lot of things. I'm of the firm belief that if you're basing if you're getting your feedback from the internet or from comments and stuff, like I just really think that like anything you feed your brain, it will internalize. Anything you feed the internet, it will kill.
Yeah.
I've been in the music industry for 20 years. It's really
she's
to
a
hurt
pro.
my feelings at this point.
She's a pro, and it took me a little while to be a pro about it. I think initially, and there's still some like wacko theories from the beginning that I was very like, oh no, like how is she handling this? I don't like the last thing I wanted to do is screw this up. Yeah. So I'm like, in my mind is like her being so calm, cool, collected, and so just real and understanding about everything that's going on. really made me grow up real fast in that aspect of things.
But also, I think the fact that you genuinely find a lot of online discourse to be truly hilarious.
Absolutely.
And that changes things
Yeah.
for me because
discourse and truth.
you know,
Find the humor in it. Find the humor in it.
if he's seeing things and he thinks it's funny and it doesn't even affect his day at all, like that's really completely bled into the way that I metabolize these things. It's at a point where like something can be about me, like my name can be in the actual headline and it can still be none of my business. Like, people can be out here, people might be out here doing too much.
Just shaking ass.
Doesn't mean I have to do a damn thing. We live in such a social media moment where a lot of people's identities and they get their feedback from that, right? Like, and I'm a real constructive criticism guy. Like, give me constructive criticism all day. I will take it.
Coach me up.
It'll fuel me. It's helpful, right? But I have so many like friends or acquaintances or people where like they'll see one comment they don't like,
right,
and it will ruin their day. It'll ruin their night. Like, and I just want to say to them, like, you should think of your energy as if it's expensive, as if it's like a luxury item. Not everyone can afford it.
Yep.
Like, not everyone has invested in you in order to be able to have the capital for you to care about this.
Right.
Because like what you spend your energy on, that's the day.
And it's so true.
Right? Like it doesn't matter where you were. Like maybe you went to go get coffee today. Maybe you saw friends today. If you were obsessing over one thing that you saw, like you literally like saw some guy call you mid and you
that sounds so weird coming out of her mouth.
You can't stop thinking about it. Dude, that's the day then. That's the night then. And so I've been able to sort of mediate a really healthy relationship with not seeing a whole lot.
To what you just said too, and social media expounds all of this because everybody knows if they say one thing, but all of a sudden if they put Taylor Swift attached to it, it's going to get 1,000 more retweets and likes and hate comments or love comments or whatever. It's going to stir up tons of controversy.
Totally.
And I get this way all the time where I just recently like went into the facility with Cam Jurgens and something was happening like in the social media world that I was like, why are people like upset at this person? This is bullshit, yada, yada. And Cam just hit me with like, are they really though? Or did just one person say something? Because I used to get the same way where I'd get upset. And then it took me like, actually, nobody really gives a shit about this.
Jason's early Twitter years. Oh, baby.
Oh, my God.
Oh, baby. He had to get off. He had to literally step away.
It hit me right between the eyes.
Because he would respond to, I wouldn't say everybody, but he wasn't shy of letting people know how he felt on Twitter.
Oh, yeah. No,
based off of their comments. It was honestly, Philadelphia, you guys know this, it was a treat. And it's become a treat again. Now that he's back on, because you'll have a friendly conversation. You'll
used to be like a different thing, right? But you remember Twitter. You're like, I fed a squirrel ate a piece of bread. Didn't know they ate bread like that. Straight smashed it.
Now that there's autocorrect, I need to get back on Twitter.
To be right. I'm like, I need a pair of scissors to open these scissors. Like we're just thinking things, right? It's like a different thing now, and it's kind of about like. Information is power, I guess, unless all of your information is geared towards you thinking that everything is about you. Because, you know, no, not everyone is ever thinking about one person all the time at any point. It's just like if your algorithm is giving you either criticisms of yourself or adulation or praise, you're creating an ecosystem in which you're the centerpiece of the table. And I just don't think that's healthy. Like that's not the way I want to move through the world. So I do detach from the internet in a huge way. Like I'm just not, I have had my comments disabled on Instagram for like 10 years now.
Yeah.
And you don't miss it.
Yeah. I found that out after the Eras tour. Those comments were going to be the first one.
Dude, the problem is I get so mad. I then go and look at all the other comments, and then Twitter just feeds me more.
And dude, you're on like Reddit.
It's like so we saw it like this. Yeah. Whereas I'm like, I don't know what this is, but get it out of my office. It's on fire.
Yeah.
My business is making music and taking care of my fans, and I have ways of monitoring what they want from me and how best to entertain them, which is my job.
Yeah.
And everything else, I'm just sort of like. It's not my business. I have actual business that I need to run. Can you imagine if we just talked about what people said about our relationship?
Yeah.
Because if we talked about that, that would be all we talked about because there's so much chatter. It's like we're busy having an actual
I
relationship.
want to hear sourdough bread. But
Yeah,
that's
and
what I wanna
and you
hear.
will,
Thank
and that's
you.
a promise.
All right. Let's get to the part of this show that I think is what everybody is going to be talking about.
Do I get to say it? Do I get
Well,
to say? I get to
do?
say the two words. Yes.
Well, I think we were
I
going to try and.
think
This is
First of
what
all, you can do whatever you want, Taylor. We're not going to. This is very much whatever.
within the framework of the podcast. I'm a fan of the podcast.
Typically,
Yeah.
we would allow the guests to say new news,
Yeah, I want to do it.
but with Zach Brown, we had another bit that we did. I don't know if you saw.
I don't know if we can get back to this. I forgot everything that Zach taught me already.
All right, let's just let the expert take care of this.
Okay, I wanted
Taylor.
to scream it,
Taylor,
just Travis style. Do you want me to
got
start it or echo
I
it?
think Taylor has a little bit of new
It was as fun as I thought it was going to be. Oh, it was everything. It was everything and more.
We did talk about Easter eggs earlier,
Yeah.
and at the very last Eras tour, you didn't take the lift. You did
Yes.
not. You went upstage and exited through an orange door. Why did you change the ending?
So I'm happy you mentioned
I
that.
was about to say, Jason.
Did you see that the fans noticed this? Because I was pretty proud of them for noticing that.
They know.
I was surfing the internet and saw something.
Yeah. So I was pretty happy that they noticed that. I was like, trained them well. So basically every night of the Eras
They
tour,
know everything happens with a reason. Taylor's a planner. She's not just a random orange door.
What's happening there? Why? Anyway, so I would leave the stage every night going down the elevator lift. That's how every single Eras show ended, except for the last one, where I exited through a door, an orange door to be specific. And
Orange.
that actually was an Easter egg. Basically, the reason why I chose to exit that way is because I kind of wanted to give a little subliminal hint to the fans that I may be leaving the Eras Tour era, but I was also entering a new
orange
era. So I wanted to show you something.
Okay. We got briefcase.
Yep.
Mint green with TF on it.
Yep. This is my brand new album.
The fucking confetti.
Oh my God.
We got TF12, baby.
It's my brand new album. It's called The Life of a Showgirl.
Love it.
It was something that I was working on while I was in Europe on the Eras tour.
Europe.
And
You were on tour.
I was working, I would be
How
on tour.
on earth did she do this on the tour is still blowing my mind.
I just love it. I just love it a lot. I love music. I would be playing shows. I'd do like 3 shows in a row. I'd have 3 days off. I'd fly to Sweden, go back to the tour, and actually like working on this. I was physically exhausted at this point in the tour, but I was so mentally stimulated and so excited to be creating. And this is
literally living the life of a showgirl.
I was.
She wrote it.
That's why I called it that. Nailed it. So do you want to see the back cover?
I would love to see all of it. Yes.
Back covers where we
I would
find
love to see all of it. That's so real.
12 tracks.
Bangers.
So we got all
Like I haven't seen that already.
One, The Fate of Ophelia,
Okay.
track 2.
Right. I was gonna say, do you know what Fate of Ophelia is?
Talk about Hamlet?
Hamlet?
I don't want to get Jason all riled up. We can just go through the track.
Okay. Yeah.
Track 2, Elizabeth Taylor.
Okay.
You
I
know
love
Elizabeth.
the way she says it.
Better.
I'm just kind of following.
Okay. All right.
Track 3, Opalite.
Opalite.
You know what opalite is, Jason?
Why can we stop asking me?
Okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
Asking Jason.
It's like, I hate this.
I
Structure of the conversation.
know about this album and I'm excited.
Track 4, Father Figure. Track 5, Eldest Daughter.
Yes. See.
Track
That's
6,
your track.
Ruin the Friendship.
Oh my God.
Track 7, Actually Romantic.
Actually romantic.
Track 8,
Wonder who that is.
wish list with $2 as the S's.
She's crazy.
I
Track
cannot
9,
believe this shit.
wood.
Wood. Nice.
Track 10, canceled, but it's in all caps with an exclamation point at the end.
Damn.
That's a banger.
Track 11, honey.
Yeah.
And can you do drum roll? Last track, track 12, the title track, The Life of a Showgirl, featuring Sabrina Carpenter.
That's awesome.
Oh
So
my
that's-
gosh.
Yeah, and so then we got
That is a showgirl.
this orange
And it's
vinyl.
orange.
Yeah, it is, and sparkly.
Entering a new
Look how
era.
sparkly.
It's very nice.
So what is
I don't know
the
that.
significance of the color orange? Why orange?
I've just always liked it, Jason. It really feels like, I don't know, it feels like kind of energetically how my life has felt. And this album is about what was going on behind the scenes in my inner life during this tour, which was so exuberant and electric and vibrant. And, you know, one of the things about this record is like, it's a record I made with my mentor, Max Martin and Shellback. And the three of us have made some of my favorite songs that I've ever done before.
Which ones, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, they were my main collaborators on the Red album. We did We Are Never Getting Back Together, I Knew You Were Trouble, 22, Shake It Off, Blank Space, Style, Wildest Dreams.
Yes.
Ready for it.
That's the
Delicate.
energy we're going with. Yes, I understand why it's orange now. Okay.
So yeah, we've made songs that I'm so proud of.
There's gonna be some fucking bangers. Yes, I'm picking it up.
Dude,
Yeah, it's
I'm
like
telling
that.
you, it's
Yeah,
doing.
it's like that. And so basically, we've never actually made an album before where it's just the three of us. There's no other collaborators. It's just the three of us making a focused album where, I mean, it felt like catching lightning in a bottle, honestly.
Yeah.
We hadn't worked together in like 7 or 8 years, and
This feeds.
there's something about them. These guys, they're just geniuses in different avenues, in different ways. And we kind of, I'm going to put it down. I just
Travis, hold it.
never, like today's the first day I've seen it. Do you know what I mean? I'm just like, so Travis is just going to cradle it the whole time.
Don't drop the baby.
I would not try.
So it's like, working with them again was absolutely incredible. And actually, when I was on tour in Stockholm, I had Max Martin come out to the show, and I was talking to him, and I was like, I just feel like we could just knock it out of the park if we went back in and we did this all in Sweden, and it was just us three. Like, I essentially said to him, I want to be as proud of an album as I am of the Eras tour, and for the same reasons, you know?
Okay.
And he was like, do you understand what kind of pressure that is?
Yeah, let's say that. It's okay.
I was like, yeah, like,
Yeah, we can try.
let's
So your
try.
entire
do this.
career? Got it. Yeah, we can do that in one album.
Let's do it.
Well,
And
okay.
so it's like, you know, I spent time in the time that we were off doing different projects, and he and Shellback were doing different things, and I was making albums that were a little bit more esoteric, like folklore.
So
But- You know what esoteric means?
no, it's for a specific phone.
Exactly.
Wait, what?
So he knows what that means. He
What
pretends
is
he doesn't
esoteric?
know what these words mean, but he knows what that
Esoteric
means.
means for a specific following, like a specific genre of people.
He knows what it means.
Okay.
He does like a pretty, I don't know what it means thing, but he knows all the words. He knows what they mean. And he may not have read Hamlet, but I explained it to him. So he
Okay,
knows what
there you
happened.
go.
Don't tell my middle school English teacher I did it.
So
Because I definitely was supposed to.
Spark notes.
It's all right. I watched it.
All right.
see, he knows what Hamlet is.
Wait, Lion King is based off of Hamlet?
Yes.
Jason, your Reddit searches need to be more focused on.
We need
relevant
to get
things. Okay.
we need your relationship with the internet to be like a little bit purer.
Don't I got
not
the
here.
algorithm. I got the
My
algorithm.
relationship with the
I'll
what the
send it.
fuck?
I'll send it.
My relationship with the internet is bad. It's about as bad as you can get.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. So I was like,
That's okay.
I made a few records that were a bit more like specific in their sound or whatever, like Folklore, Evermore, those are a little bit more like alt folk kind of leaning, and just kind of exploring and trying to challenge myself as a writer. And I feel like both Max and Shellback did that too in their own ways, going out to the world. And by the time we came back together, I feel like we had so much more dexterity to what we do. And it's almost like we'd all grown up so much. Like Shellback and I were both in our early 20s when we started working together, the three of us. And so it was very much like we were the ingenues and Max was the mentor. And this was the time where it felt like all three of us in the room were carrying the same weight as creators. And it was really special. It like meant the world to me to have this creative experience where like we knew that we had to bring the best ideas we've ever had.
Yeah.
And I also know the pressure I'm putting on this record by saying that, but I don't care because I love it that much. And I'm so proud of it. And it just comes from like the most infectiously joyful, wild, dramatic place I was in my life. Yeah. And so that effervescence has come through on this record. And like, as you said, bangers. And we were just like, there's no other songs coming. It's not like with Torture Poets Department, I was like, here's a data dump of everything I've thought like in 2 or 3 years. So here's 31 songs. This is 12. There's not a 13th. There's not a 4th. There's not other ones coming. This is the record I've been wanting to make for a very long time.
Love it. I love this so much. So where do we start? I don't know where to start. You gave us a lot of information right there.
You know, we didn't tell Jason that we were doing this.
No,
I just
Jason
said, like, can I go on the podcast because Brad Pitt did it and I want to do it too.
And Jason was like, yes, I mean, we can make that happen.
That seems like a valid reason.
The request or the ask from either one of us was never going to come. I don't know why I would never ask you. I don't know. Yeah, Brandon still hates me because I never asked you. But I think this is way better now.
I had some stuff to say, I think.
There we go.
You know, I was waiting until I had like a sparkly briefcase to bring. I needed props. Time to put that into production.
So,
well, it is finished. And do you want to tell everybody when it's coming out?
It comes out October 3rd.
October 3rd.
This album comes out October 3rd. It's easy to remember. It's 10-3.
10-3.
Still annoying. It is also.
Oh my God, yeah.
We got Wyatt October 2nd. We got you October 5th. And then we got Mom October 9th. So this is a good month.
Yeah, I picked a good month.
Could be a good week.
You know, all these Libras.
10-3, 13.
The opal birthstones.
Picking up this numerology. There we go.
There
right?
we go.
Yep.
See.
Never not annoying. Always
Coachable.
gonna try to force a 13 into the situation. And this one was right there. It was just right there. For the photos, there are a lot more photos in this, and there's a poem in this, and basically I love the photography so much that I don't want to show it right now because I want to keep some mystery going. Because that's, you know, just fun to have things to still discover. Yeah. But the photos are done by Mert and Marcus, who are two of my favorite photographers. The last time and the only time I worked with them for an album cover shoot was with Reputation, with that album. And I loved what they did with those photos. So I called them up for this one. And I'm so happy with the way that the photos came out for this one. And it just basically was like, I was so proud of the music and so excited about this project from a creative standpoint that I was just like, all hands on deck. We're going all out. This is a full send. Like, I care about this record more than I can even overstate.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I mean, I understand what she's saying. Obviously, I've been fortunate enough to hear every single song on here, so I know they're all 12 bangers.
Oh my God.
More upbeat, and it's a lot more like fun, like excitement. And I think that's a completely I think it's a complete 180 from a lot of the songs on Torture Poets for sure.
Oh yeah.
And it's just,
life is more upbeat.
Well, that's what I was about to say. It probably, do you find that your albums mimic everything that's happening in your personal life?
Yeah, definitely.
Your genres that you've done are like so wide spanning between like country, pop, and then like it can get, I don't even know, Torture Poets. It was like so cathartic. It felt like for you probably to write those songs and to release all that.
Definitely. And it was like, I have different goals with different albums. Mm-hmm. And Torture Poets Department, my goals were strictly lyrical. Like, I love
every
that.
song was a goal.
Yeah, and I love that album so much from that perspective. That was strictly what I was trying to accomplish there, was just really a full catharsis. And I loved to embrace the mess of writing from that perspective, of the rawness of that. This, I have a totally different set of goals.
Yeah.
I always try to do something completely different if that's what I'm feeling at the moment. And I was feeling a complete pivot at this point in time. And I wanted the album to feel the way my life felt. And this completely matches the way that my life has felt. And I also wanted it to be just every single song is on this album for hundreds of reasons, you know, and you couldn't take one out and it be the same album. You couldn't add one and it's just right. And that focus and that kind of discipline with creating an album and keeping the bar really high is something I've been wanting to do for a very long time. I tend to love to write lots and lots of music. So it's a temptation to release lots of music.
Sure.
I wanted to do an album that was so focused on quality and on the theme and everything fitting together like a perfect puzzle, that these 12 songs for my 12th album, I feel like we achieved that. And I'm really happy about that.
Oh my gosh.
A couple of things there. First,
I'm
what is
of
the
the work.
theme of the album?
Third
If you would
has to
describe
come
it
like
as
right now.
theme, if that's possible.
I would say it's everything that was going on behind the curtain.
Okay. And then what are the goals? You said something like what would be like your main goals with this album?
My main goals were melodies that were so infectious
Sure.
that you're almost angry at it. And lyrics that are just as vivid, but crisp and focused and completely intentional.
Sure.
So it's like, I feel like we actually came together in a really beautiful way, the three of us, Shellback, Max, and I, where we had a conversation about how Max was like, I loved folklore. I loved the storytelling on folklore. I don't want that to change. Like, just because we're making these infectious anthems, like, I don't want you to leave that behind. And I was like, I don't think I couldn't if I tried. So at this point, I
got some stuff to say.
I'm married to that kind of writing, you know? And so it's really amazing that we were able to, without doing too much overthinking, we were able to get in there, and it was just ideas flying. And all of these ideas were like, we've been waiting years to come back together and make this project. It felt really
You are going to move. You are going to
wait till October 3rd? Do I have to wait till October 3rd?
Yes, you do, Jason.
Yeah,
fair.
We don't trust you at all.
I mean, honestly, smart. Completely get it. The artwork. How do you settle on a front piece of like artwork for an album?
This represents the end of my night.
Okay.
Right? So like when I'm on tour, I have the same day every single day. It's another reason why we have a very similar life. His game days are the same days every day. His practice days are the same every day. His meetings, his schedule. My show days are the same every single day. I just happen to be in a different city. Yeah. And my day ends with me in a bathtub, not usually in a bedazzled dress.
Sure. Well, it's got to be. It's on the front of it.
We try
to
keep it decent. You know? I wanted to sort of like glamorize all the different aspects of how that tour felt, and that's how that felt to like be at the end of the night when all this has gone down. You won't be able to get to bed till 4 a.m. after this, but you had to jump through 50 million hoops in this obstacle course that is your show, and you did it. You got 2 more in a row, but you did it tonight.
That's all that matters.
And the reason I wanted to have a sort of like an offstage moment as the main album cover is because this album isn't really about what happened to me on stage. It's about what I was going through off stage. So it's like didn't want to have like the lights are bright, I'm on the stage as the main album cover. It's just this to me tells more of what the actual contents lyrically of the album are.
Got it.
Which is the life.
The life of the showgirl.
Oh my God.
What you're saying, it's the life.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
What the fuck? Okay.
Oh my gosh, bro.
It's not an ad.
C'est correct. Regarde-moi, concentre-toi, OK? C'est le moment dont t'as rêvé depuis que t'es petite. Tu peux le faire. Vas-y.
Come on.
Allez. Le Chevrolet Equinox est plus qu'un VUS. C'est votre zone de confort. Votre surprise pour votre maman. Et toutes vos escapades.
Let's get to
Melodies that were so infectious
It was right here.
in a bedazzled.
It just cut off randomly. Also, we have 1 minute left.
it's on the front of it.
We
Alex.
tried
It's gonna be
to get
just-
these.
I think we pretty much finished it.
Yeah, we finished it. It cut off though. That was weird. But like, oh my God. Either way, like, I need this so bad. I need this immediately.
What am I supposed to say,
I don't
basically?
even know. Anyways, no, I gotta end this meeting because it's almost over. But like, oh my God. Anyways,
Oh my God.
I can't believe
Alright.
this shit.
I can't
We'll
believe
talk-
this is happening.
Yeah, yeah, we're gonna talk more about it later. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Oh my God. Okay.